found love, for real love. Let this be the real thing. Tell me now, what's on your mind? Whisper soft to me that you want me. There's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. Take your time, I'm on a high, high. My body yearns for you to touch me. No, there's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing.
Thank you. Okay, great. I forgot to unmute on StreamYard. Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Bella's Corner, where the truth is delivered with love. I appreciate all of you for joining me on this evening. Hello. Hopefully, y'all can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me. Should be able to hear me now. Okay. Christopher says yes. Okay, good evening, everyone. Okay, looks like everyone can hear me now. Okay, fantastic. Good evening. Thank you so much for being in the building. Thank you, Joseph. Good evening. And thank you for being a channel member. Thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and put yourself on wife support today. Happy New Year. I didn't say that to you all. This is my first live stream of the year. So I appreciate all of you for being here. My apologies for not being on time. My babies, they were just not cooperating with getting to bed on time. So that's why I wasn't on time. Good evening, Mark. Thank you so much for being here, OG Mark. And thank you for being a channel member. Good evening, Brian. Good evening, Derek. Hello, Mona. Hello, Eugene. Hello, Fem Gems. I appreciate every single one of you for being here this evening. So I am not going to waste too much additional time because I am a little tired. I had a long day today. All right, everyone. So today we're about to take some time and we're going to take some time and go to the king. Let me tell you. To the king. Hold on. Take me to the king. We need some time and go to the king. We need to really, ladies, look deep today. Because I want to let you know, ladies, that your mistakes don't define you. And we're going to talk about some things. And of course, this is in reference to marriage and motherhood. Always, right? The conversation is always steered toward that direction here. Okay? Your mistakes don't define you. Your mistakes don't make you. So, ladies, I want you to listen, whether you're married, not married, single, not single, seeing someone being courted. I want you to listen tonight with an open mind and open heart. And if it doesn't apply, then of course, let it fly. And before I get into it officially, something else I wanted to say, because I get so many comments, of course, from the haters, from the hyenas, from the disagreeers, naysayers, yada, yada. So I wanted to say this on the air. I don't create content for the ladies who I'm speaking to appeal to unproductive, unfriendly, nasty hearted, selfish men. I don't create content for the ladies to appeal to smokies, to dusties, and to the men who mean no good. I don't create content for feminine women to appeal to men who intend to use their femininity, to strip her dry of her being useful to him, just to leave her on the curb, to then turn around and say, ninjas ain't sugar honey iced tea. For her to turn around and say, ninjas ain't ish. Men don't treat me right. Black men ain't this, ain't that. Okay? I create content for the ladies to appeal to productive, masculine, men who are of noble and good character, men who have the means to take care of or have the means financially, as well as he is men who are financially and spiritually ready, who are looking for wives to grow with, to build with, ranging in age. Okay. So I want to make that exceedingly clear for the naysayers, for the lovely ladies who have negative things to say, for the ladies who love to call me a pick me and pick me's to do this and that and anything for clout, anything for a man's attention. Let me address this. I don't create content for the attention of men because I've got a man who's sitting on the couch out there who's waiting for me to get off of live stream, to hang out with, to ravish me, to take care of me, to pour into me, and for me to pour into him. I don't need attention from men from offline. Never have. Okay. But I am here for the ladies who desire to be a helpmate, who desire to be quality wives and mothers. A good woman makes a good wife, and a good wife makes a good mother. I am here for the remnant of ladies who are willing to do their inner work in the hope toward those goals. Okay? So I wanted to make that clear because I am tired, and I know it's not going to stop, but I am tired of, just divestors, more than likely, right? I am tired of receiving comments that range in, what these ninjas doing. These ninjas ain't doing this and that. And you're making content for women to, submit to these dusties and to these men who don't otherwise deserve it and yada, yada, yada. Successful, I'm trying to tell them that I don't create content for the ladies to appeal to dusties. But that's that. So I'm going to leave that there. So I appreciate all of you for being here again. Shout out to you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And I hope everyone had a great time with their friends, family, loved ones, or whatever you did for the new year. I hope everyone had a great time. So we're going to get into it. Yes, they do, Fem Gems. They do indeed misuse the word pick me. And later in the year, I have a lot of things up my sleeve that I intend to discuss to include the term or the word pick me. But anyway, ladies, I want you to know that your mistakes do not define you. What are those mistakes? What are those mistakes? Perhaps you found yourself on the smut culture train, the following the trends that further encourage you as a woman, as a Black woman, as a woman in society, that it is okay to twerk in public. Perhaps you've participated in this culture that tells women, that tells Black women to use your body, to flaunt your body in a way to receive sexual gratification and attention from men, from bystanders, from onlookers. Perhaps you've made a few decisions in your sexual past that maybe no one knows about, that maybe you're ashamed of behind closed doors. Ladies, those mistakes don't define you, but but you are still accountable and responsible for those choices, for those decisions. Perhaps, ladies, you found yourself being jealous or covetous of a friend, of a family member, of a coworker, where you secretly deep down wanted her relationship not to work or for them not to receive the promotion. Or maybe like I did a video where I said, what was it called? Signs your friend envies you. And there was, pictures of two young ladies. One of them, it was her birthday party, and one of her friends showed up in an outfit that otherwise would have possibly said that she was going to the club or that it was her birthday. And so the birthday girl texts her friend saying, "Hey, don't get me wrong, but I think you did too much. I felt like you tried to overdress me at my own birthday event. And I don't think that's right." Perhaps you've done that. Maybe you were that friend who secretly again wanted your girlfriend's relationship to fail, or you wanted to outshine her at something that should have otherwise been for her. Is that you? Yes, it's a mistake. Yes, it's wrong, but it should not define you if you're willing to turn away from misbehavior like that, from undesirable behavior like that, because we're going to talk about some things that I'm breaking up, ladies, are not conducive to a healthy woman, to the healthy woman that you want to be, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. A good woman makes a good wife, and a good wife makes a good mother. A woman who's willing to heal makes a good woman, makes a good wife, and makes a good mother. Good to see you, future king. Thanks for being here, Damien. Rem Princess. This isn't the usual conversation tonight, but I'm going to drop the link. I don't plan to talk too long, but if anyone wants to come up, I will certainly drop the link a little bit later. You've got to be careful about those friends that you bring around, ladies. FemGem says you totally offer something different in this red pill space. I wouldn't call myself red pill. Certainly female accountability, femininity space, but I get you. The fact that you're so loving in your tone and your delivery is just so necessary, yet they still bash you even where you're coming from a loving place. Well, FemGems, I just appreciate all of you for being here and for understanding my plight, because I understand that I may not be everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. Someone else is their cup of tea. Or maybe they're just not the remnant of ladies and individuals who this message is for. And that is also okay. But I appreciate all of you for being here. Yeah, no problem, Fem Gems. It's fine, honey. You are a good girl. Yes, when you want better, you do better. OG Mark says you have a calm way of expressing serious thoughts. Thank you. Good to see you. Willie Walker Whistle. Greetings, first time. Checking in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you for being here, sir. Thank you so much. Again, I know this is a little different than usual, but let's talk about it, ladies. Because we've got a lot of healing to do. So let's talk about the things that we need to heal from, right? Shout out to you, Joseph, for your $5 super sticker. Thank you so much for your donation. Shout out to you, Joseph. Thank you. Hi, Almond Eyes. Thank you for being here. I love the fact that the ladies are in the chat. But yes, ladies, we've got some things to heal from. Because I understand a lot of us don't understand. Maybe we don't understand that we need to check some things in which some areas in which we need to heal from, right? Maybe no one's identified it, no one's talked about it. So we're here to talk about it. Next, perhaps you've been negligent in your finances. Maybe you're financially irresponsible. And you're like, maybe you're like, what does this have to do with anything? Being financially responsible, ladies, displays that you can be and are disciplined in other areas. That also displays and how you handle your finances also can display to a man how you will be in a relationship with him. Are you going to be a financial liability or asset? Are you wise? Are you a wise woman? Are you a Proverbs 31 woman per se, right? Because the Proverbs 31 woman, and we are going to talk about her more in depth this year. The Proverbs 31 woman was extremely financially responsible. She made her family's garments. She sold the garments she made because she took them to the marketplace. She reinvested her money into her home, into her business. Her husband was a man who also had status within their town, right? He called her blessed. He praised her. Who also praised the Proverbs 31 woman? Her children. You see? This is why I talk about a good woman makes a good wife and a good wife makes a good mother, because it all leads and feeds into one another. So, back to financial responsibility and irresponsibility. How responsible are you with your finances? If you're a believer, are you tithing? Let's talk about the talents. Didn't the man with one talent who buried his talent, wasn't he cursed? Wasn't he punished for not multiplying his money? Understand that one talent equates to, I believe it's about like $1 million, right, in today's currency. 1 million was given, 2 million was given to another, say 4, 5, 6 million was given to another. The other two gentlemen multiplied their money, but the one who buried it was cursed because he was financially irresponsible and he did not take what he was given and use it according to what he was supposed to. If you're financially irresponsible, ladies, we've got YouTube University. Use it. Learn how to make your money work for you. Since you're going to work and getting up, girl, make your money work for you. And as you make your money work for you, as you learn how to invest and be more financially responsible, how to save, how not to be a compulsive spender, a compulsive buyer, learning how to prioritize or learning how to separate your needs and your wants. These are the things that create a helpmate in the financial department. This is why I say your little degree may not or cannot help you be a better wife. And I have a degree, y'all. I am an HBCU graduate, okay? But y'all don't always see me up here talking about how I have a degree and my, successes in job and career following graduation. Because instead of leading with those things, I'm leading with my femininity. Instead of leading with those things, I led with my femininity when I met my husband. Ladies, learn how to be a helpmate in more than one way that isn't only emotionally, right? I talk about, the emotional things over here, but that isn't the only thing that's important. All right? Hey, babe, you can take it. Thank you. Mona says, yes, good wives are good stewards of finances, regardless who is or isn't working. Business first. That part, Mona. That part. Okay? Straight up. Absolutely. Be a helpmate and not a hindrance. Facts. Oh, hold on, y'all. I pulled out something from before that y'all are familiar with. That's a red flag. He just needs to work more so I can spend more and more and more. Red flag. Red flag. Flag on the play. That's a red flag, baby. You're not getting with the man, no matter how much he makes, you're not getting with the man to spend his money. You should get with him to help him grow it, to help him keep his money. Don't be his biggest financial downfall. This man gets with you, he's making $90K and you're spending $9,100,000 a year. Y'all are in the hole, in credit card debt, and then you're like, he just isn't doing enough for me. He just isn't providing. Well, maybe, just maybe, you have been his financial downfall. And because he loves you and cares for you, he's trying to please you. And now you guys are in the hole. Maybe it's you. But let's keep on going because I would love to talk to you guys if time permits. The actual red flag. That's right, First Man Gaming. That's right. Let's talk about child neglect. Now, I'm going to talk about this from two different perspectives, okay? One, perhaps you as a child were neglected emotionally, environmentally. Maybe your mother wasn't emotionally available to you. So you felt alone, you felt unseen. Or maybe you had a helicopter mom and you felt controlled day in or day out. Perhaps your mother, grandmother, father, whomever, right? Cared for you. And they emotionally tore you down. Told you were ugly, told you weren't worth nothing, wouldn't be nothing, wasn't worth nothing. Day in and day out, and you started to believe those words. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a lie. You found out as a child that words do hurt you. Excuse me. They do hurt you. They can hurt you. They, in fact, shape your world. And a child, you realize that because of how you were treated. You have emotional damage, again, trauma that has been left unchecked, which has now rooted itself deep within your soul and deep within your heart, that has now grown to a tree of disdain for men, of disdain for maybe particularly Black men. Perhaps your mama again told you was ugly, too light, too dark, too this, too that. And now you're dealing with an emotional image crisis. You feel like you're ugly. You wish you were light skinned. You wish you were taller. You wish your hair was a certain texture. You wish your mama was white. You wish your daddy was white. You wish you because of the trauma and self-hate that was projected onto you from your loved ones, have now again shaped your world and caused you to hate yourself. Address it, ladies. Why? Because a good woman makes a good wife, and a good wife makes a good mother. And if this woman who is now a mother is so damaged from her childhood, and she has left her trauma unchecked, and now she's a narcissist, and now she's controlling, and now she's manipulative, she will then create damaged children. You see, there's an evolution, ladies. This is why I speak the way I speak. We've got to dig deep so we can pluck up the root of the damage that has been planted within your heart, ladies. Your mistakes do not define you, ladies. But you've got to check where your hurt is. You've got to check where the root of your hurt is. And you also have to check your behavior and how you display yourself within media, online, in person. Why you have certain preferences. Is there self-hate rooted in that? See, the thing is, y'all, and I'm gonna keep going. When I get divestors in my comments, y'all, although it's annoying, yada, 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 right? I know they're hurt. See, this is why I make a distinction between a swirler and a divester, because I understand that swirlers, they may swirl for different reasons. Perhaps they were around people who weren't, weren't Black. Or maybe those were the ones who approached them, right? But I know that the divestors, and I can tell by the comments, I know they're hurt. So I partially laugh because there's always some insults mixed into their comment that's directed toward myself, typically. But on the other side of that, I'm also slightly saddened. I pity you because I understand there is some unchecked hurt, some unchecked self hate that has now shaped your world to make you believe, to make you think that all Black men are dusty. It doesn't matter his socioeconomic status, it doesn't matter his income, because all Black men are dusty. You see? It goes from certain groups of men aren't good enough to me, for me, to the entire group isn't good enough for me. But why? Was it because you thought your father abandoned you? And then your mama reinforced your abandonment issues by saying, your daddy wasn't good enough for me. Your daddy wasn't good enough to have us in your life, in his life. And so now you're saying all Black men are dusty. All men are this, are that, ain't this, ain't that, aren't sugar, honey, iced tea, are just going to abandon their children because of the hate rooted and planted within your heart. I know they're hurt. Good to see you, Cooley. Hello, World of Clout. My first time seeing you. Exactly, Run Princess. Thank you for being a channel member, Chavis. I know that message is for the ladies. My apologies. Oh, no problem. I appreciate all of you for being here, man or woman. Good to see you, dude from Fairfax. I appreciate you for being here, sir. Address your trauma, ladies. Addressing your trauma will lighten the load. Addressing your trauma will help you to love yourself more, will help you to create, or rather repair relationships within your life. I've said this. Ladies, when you are open to having a relationship with particularly your father, I'm talking about addressing your daddy issues, that will help you to, one, attract better quality men, and two, it'll help you heal from the misandry you have rooted within your heart. You're always saying that men ain't sugar, honey, iced tea. You can never get a good man. How come men aren't approaching you? Yada, yada, yada. It's because what is within your heart, you're rotten. Let's go in and dig it out, ladies. Keep walking with me. Ladies, I want you to continue to listen with an open heart and mind. Shout out to you, Theo. Theo was in the house. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you for being in the house. Shout out to you, Theo. Content creators, please put your links in the chat. You do not have to ask. You do not need my permission. In my research, Chavez says, on the divestment movement, it's easy to see confirmation biases. I know examples of upstanding Black men, husbands, dads, mentors, leaders, yet they all choose to see it as toxicity. Exactly. And the thing is, Black men want to be with Black women. Some of them, right? Black men still have hope, still want families, still want to build. But they're so jaded by today's culture, by your comments, by the comments under different types of posts, under Simone Biles, under different things that are posted online on pages like the Shade Room, or a post that's gone viral talking about dating and relationships. And men are reading these comments and are becoming more and more jaded because the comments speak to the psychology of the generation and generations that are online. This is why a lot of content creators look at the comments, because they are telling. But let's keep going. Ladies, address your childhood trauma, if whether or not you were emotionally neglected or environmentally. Maybe you needed some more shoes. Your shoes had holes in them, but perhaps your family didn't have the money to purchase new shoes, so you had to go to shoes with go to school with worn shoes, and children made fun of you. Well, that's not necessarily neglect, but because if you don't have the financial means, then that's that. But maybe you weren't given the attention that you needed. Maybe you just weren't provided for. That has damaged you. Please like the video, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being here, Dre. Thanks for being here, Bobby. Hey, Ro, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. 99 cent super sticker. Thank you. I'm going to drop the link. But I just wanted to talk through some things with you ladies. Because you cannot heal unless you address where there is a problem. If I've been stabbed in my arm, and if I'm trying to stop the bleeding by trying to dress around the wound, or not stuffing the wound, or just allowing the blood to continue to flow without packing the wound, I will continue to bleed. I will continue to bleed out. Hello, Miss Lucy. Thank you for being here, beautiful lady. It isn't until I address the wound directly by packing the injury, that is when the bleeding will stop. That is when I'm not in risk of bleeding out. When I address the wound properly. Ladies, address your wounds properly. But we're going to talk about some three things directly that can help you address them. But I'm going over some things, ladies. An example of children being emotionally or environmentally neglected or otherwise being led down a path toward destruction is this. Who remembers this?
Other parents. If you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet. 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today, I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit. And mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it. What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart-wrenching is horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound?
Child neglect. Child endangerment, if you ask me. Programming your children, programming your daughters to become hoes, to become bottom of the barrel, 2 cents, tatted up, wigged up, long nails wearing, downstairs stanking hoes. Childhood endangerment. Child neglect done by you, parents, mothers. And this is where I present to you the second slice of the child neglect: single mothers, single parenting, single mother homes. Another form of emotional neglect is knowing, when a child needs both parents, you're forcefully and purposefully alienating your child's father from them. That is child neglect. That is emotional and environmental neglect. You are then stifling the growth of your child. What a good mama you are. You're allowing your girls to listen to Pound Town. I couldn't find the video, but Lord knows I wanted to bring it up, of the little girl on the karaoke mic, wiggling her little legs, trying to twerk, trying to emulate twerking rather, while she's reciting sexy red lyrics, smutty red lyrics, trashy red lyrics. Good to see you, TP. You all are assisting in the programming of the degradation of the quality of homes that Black children will be in, because we are now creating more single parent homes than ever before, rather. You are contributing to the purposeful and systemic destruction of the community. Good to see you, Demetrius. You're allowing your little girls to watch music videos. Listen, we were not allowed to be on MTV, BET, listening to music videos. We were not allowed. I have an Irish twin, so he and I were very close. I have an older brother. He's about 10 years older than me. So he was out of the house by then. But we were not allowed to watch BET and MTV and whatnot when music videos came on. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You can just turn on MTV or BET and it would just be music videos back to back to back to back to back. We were not allowed to watch those things because there were video vixens, twerking, images of sex and clubbing, dancing, things that should be reserved for adults. So we were protected, shielded from those things as children. But the problem is, you all have not created boundaries when it comes to what your children can or cannot view. You allow them full access on YouTube. You allow them full access on the television. You give them phones and they have full access to the internet and to text whomever, whenever. They have Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. Last time I checked, my mama wasn't one of my little friends, but you're one of your kids' little friends. And then you're wondering why they're disrespecting you when they're older. Because you emotionally and environmentally neglected them. You alienated their father from out of their lives. You allowed them to listen to Pound Town and this and that. You allowed them to intake trash culture, pictures, music, affecting their subconscious, destroying their innocence, snatching away your daughter's virginity before she even lays down on her back. You are robbing your children of their childhood. And you think it's cute, just like little James's mother, a key, after she just got done shaking and flapping her little booty cheeks all over that man in front of her son who was feet away. Thank you, Coonley, for your $5 donation. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Hold on, because I feel a stirring.
Oh, I can feel that from where I am.
You all should be ashamed of yourselves. Children being raised by children. Arrested Development. Maybe you were exposed to too much as a child. And now you're perpetuating that cycle and that style of rearing. But you know, sis, you know you have healing to do. You know that you've got some things that you struggle with at night, that you dealt with or that were spawned from your childhood. And now you're recreating it in your child's world. Stop it. But we're addressing those mistakes because your mistakes don't define you, but it's what you choose to do with knowing that it's a mistake that defines who you are. Ladies, I'm going to say that again. Now that you know you've made mistakes, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Are you going to barbecue or are you going to mildew? Yes, go ahead and delete that comment if you haven't already. Thank you. Like the video, share, and subscribe. Now you've created that within your child's world. within your children's world. Let's address it. Because you cannot heal from the wound. Your wound will continue to bleed if you do not address it directly, if you do not pack it directly. You will continue to bleed. You will continue to suffer. You will continue down a road toward destruction and detriment. Ladies, again, your mistakes don't define you, but what you do with the knowledge, once you come into the knowledge of that it was a mistake, what you do with that knowledge defines who you are. You cannot stay where you are. Don't stay in the barrel, girl. Your girlfriends, oh, you think you better than us now. Oh, your energy has switched up. Oh, who do you think you are? Naysayers bumping their gums, whether they're their friends, family, whatever, whomever. Rise above those people. You can't take everyone with you. But anyway, let's keep going. I'm going to drop the link shortly. Ladies, have you been cheating and scamming and lying? Come on now. We know that women can be quite cunning. Women can be quite deceitful. Karma is a real thing. Karma may not knock on your door tomorrow. Karma may not knock on your door next week, a year from now, even 5 years from now, but karma will. You reap what you sow. You reap the seeds you sow. Ladies, what seeds are you sowing? Everything you do, ladies, sows a seed. Your acts of kindness sow seeds. You being careful and compassionate and generous are seeds. You lying are also seeds. You scamming are also seeds. You know a tree by the fruit it bears. What types of seeds are you sowing? Stop lying. Stop cheating. Stop conniving. Stop lying to your children. Stop lying to your mama. Stop lying to your friends. Stop lying to your man. Stop lying to yourself.
Oh, I can feel that from where I
am. I'm going to drop this link in the chat. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to wait for some people to come up. Mona says, you can't be a boss bitch on money alone. Other areas of your life must evolve too. That's why you'll continue to have issues in romantic relationships or relationships, period. That's a word, Mona. Exactly. And that is why I speak the way I speak over here. This is why I talk about self-improvement, checking your heart, because it's more, being a good woman, it's not about your pocket. Being a good woman is not about your exterior. It's what is in your heart. It is your character. It is you utilizing your feminine foresight. If I do this today, this will affect me tomorrow. If I do this today, this will affect my future children, my future husband. But ladies, you cannot do that if you're not willing to address your trauma, if you're not willing to heal, if you're not willing to address where you go wrong. Ladies, your mistakes don't define you, but what you do with the lessons that you've learned from those mistakes is what define you. Are you going to a barbecue or mildew? And that's something that my husband said. Yes, come on up if you would like to contribute to the topic, to the conversation, but please be respectful. What about all those women who are vain? If a ninja, if a ninja, what are you confused about, Jordan? If a ninja want to take me out on a date, he has to cash out at me $500. And he has to pay for my nails and my hair and my outfit. And for my Uber to get there, because no, I'm not going to let him pick me up because, oop, I don't know you, boo. You're always looking at yourself in the mirror. You're always trying to, and without a lack of, how do I want to say this? Basically, in so many words, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, but not necessarily always by your pocket. But you're trying to, get the latest waist trainer, get the best Botox, get the BBL, get the best wig, get this, get that. You're vain. If you're constantly opening up Instagram, trying to see who liked your pictures, trying to see whose attention you can get next, posting this and posting that, posting thirst traps, yada yada. You're vain. That is rotten. Vanity is rotten. And guess what, ladies? Beauty fails. Beauty fades. We have seen that time and time again because we know, we have seen women hit smack dab into that wall. Lisa Ray, Vivica Vox. That wall ain't playing with nobody. And Ebony K is on her way. Being vain does nothing but show you to be someone who only wants people around them for your appearance value. You only want to be friends with people if they have this or have that or live here or live there, or if they're in a particular fraternity or sorority, or if they know this particular family, or if they go to this particular church, or if they have this particular occupation, or if this or if that. Vanity is not only displayed by always trying to look in a mirror, but also is displayed by the company you keep. You're always bragging about what your friends gotten, what your friend, how your friends going overseas, and they got this and got that. Jordan says, I'm confused. I'm confused about how you describe femininity, because femininity can't save a woman from being traumatized. So I didn't necessarily explain. I don't remember particularly what I said, to be honest. So I'm kind of flowing. But I don't think I didn't necessarily describe femininity. So over here, I speak to the ladies about femininity and how to increase their femininity as it relates to particularly becoming a quality wife. Now, of course, being a good woman makes a good wife, and a good wife makes a good mother. So that is always the premise of conversation here. And yes, I agree. Femininity cannot save a woman from being traumatized. I completely agree. So over here, I encourage women to tap into their femininity in order to heal. I'm not saying femininity can help you heal, but femininity can give you the tools toward being able to heal, being open, being receptive. Those things can help you seek the help that you may need in order to receive the healing, in order to address the hurt, the pain. But I agree, no, femininity does not or cannot save a woman from being traumatized. Yeah, I'm not sorry about that. I may want to go back and listen. Maybe if you could tell me exactly what I said, I could address it directly. But no, I don't know. Femininity cannot save a woman from being traumatized. That's not what I'm saying. So my apologies for the misunderstanding, Jordan. Self-awareness is sexy. NW says, how does it give the tools? How does it give the tools? An example, please. How can femininity give you the tools to heal? Is that what you're asking me, NW? How does it give the tools? An example, please. Okay, let me know what you're talking about. No problem, Jordan, and welcome. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I'm a new subscriber, and I am a 22-year-old woman. Yeah, ladies, if you're new here, I encourage you to go ahead and check out some of my older content, just to familiarize yourself. Shout out to you, RBN. Thank you so much for being in the building. We're almost done here, and I don't see anyone in the back, so we'll be ending soon. Thank you, RBN. Support for Bella and the Bella Army. Thank you so much for your $5 donation, RBN. I greatly appreciate you for being here. Let me see. Thank you for being a channel member, Quiet Storm, and I appreciate you for being here. Okay, NW says yes. Okay, so let me go back. Yes, shout out to the new subs. I appreciate all of you for being here. And best believe, if anyone disagrees with me or wants to challenge something I say, just let me know. We don't always have to agree, but as long as we remain respectful, that's what matters. Nothing wrong with healthy dialogue, even if there's disagreement. Okay. Okay, so NW said yes. Do you see my other? Okay, let me go back to your other one. How does femininity give you the tools? How does it give the tools? How can femininity give you the tools to heal? Okay, let me bring this up really quick. Okay. I haven't pulled this up in a really long time. But this is a chart I used to talk about. I know FemGems is familiar with it. Mona. I know a few people who have been here for a while. Since before I got even 2,000 subscribers, I have seen this chart. So, as you can see, feminine versus masculine, compassionate. On the feminine side, compassionate, nurturing, sensitive, intuitive, creative, empathetic, magnetic, vulnerable, trusting, surrendered, open, and receptive. I mean, those two things are pretty much similar, right? Submissive, right? But how can femininity help you heal? Well, when you're moving or attempting to move within your femininity, you're tapping into your sensitive side. Sensitive in a way of, why am I being triggered in this way? What is causing this? You're vulnerable even to your emotions, to yourself as well. You're vulnerable to being unraveled. Because when you're healing, sometimes you need to be unraveled. You need to cry. You need to get down to the crust and the root of where your hurt, truly stems from. That takes vulnerability. That takes surrendering. That takes being open and receptive to the fact that you, in fact, have healing to do. I hope this is making sense, NW, and to everyone else listening. Tapping into your femininity can help you heal. As I mentioned earlier in the live stream in particular, like if your father wasn't in your life and maybe he's been trying to reach out to you and, you're reluctant about allowing him back into your life, your vulnerability. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know y'all wanted to see me. Your vulnerability in that moment. Hold on, because I still want to look at this chart. Your vulnerability in that moment and your openness to build a relationship with him, your father, and the compassion that you have to perhaps hear him out and to find out why he wasn't in your life. That can help you, as I said earlier in the stream, help you heal from perhaps some misandry or even the lies that feminism has
Feminists,
brought.
lies.
It can help you uproot things that have been planted within your heart that have not been conducive to a healthy relationship with yourself and others, that maybe have caused self-hate, misandry, the feeling that a particular group of men are dusty or aren't worth your time or are less than for whatever reason, right? I hope that answers your question. I'm sorry. my mind was kind of all over the place. Hold on, you guys. I've got to catch up. We're almost done here. You guys are blowing me up. Let me see. Thank you so much, Mona, for becoming a channel member. I greatly appreciate you for putting yourself on wife support. And I think I had another one. Same with you, Mark. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for putting yourself on wife support as well. Please like the video, share, and subscribe. What else here? What did I miss? I appreciate all of your support tonight. In 2024, T. Peterson says, men are selling out to femininity. Be a lady. Masculine men will automatically be interested. Moss to flame. Exactly. And ladies, believe it or not, I'm not saying you have to be completely like healed, right? Because everyone has work to do. Everyone has healing to do. No one's perfect. Everyone has triggers, things like that. But a good man, being with a good man, can help you heal, because maybe you don't realize you have certain triggers until you're in a relationship. Maybe he said something and it triggered you and it reminded you of an old relationship, and you responded in a way that you didn't really need to, because he's not your past, he's your present. But when you're willing and when you're receptive to working on your femininity, you can attract the type of man who, masculine man, who would be good for you, who can help you facilitate that process if that's what happens. I hope that makes sense there. Yes, I'm happy to see younger women here as well, because I'm here for y'all. I have men here, but I'm here for the ladies. So I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for your donation, Mona. Mona. Mona says, become a channel member today for access to exclusive content by Bella and to support her great content. Thank you, Mona. And yes, I plan to do members only live streams. I would love to drop the link to talk to the ladies one-on-one. Maybe if they have any questions, comments, or concerns about maybe, how she should do her hair or makeup, or, maybe she has a question about something that happened in her relationship or on a date. I would just love to talk to y'all, and of course the men are welcome to, duh. But I do plan to really dig into more of members only stuff, so I am looking forward to everything that this year has in store. Shout out to you, Mark. Thank you so much for your $5 donation to the platform. Happy New Year. A little something for the collection plate. Keep grinding. Thank you so much, Mark. I greatly appreciate you. And thank you for your donation. Thank you, all of you, for your donations, because you do not have to give me your hard-earned money. Mona says femininity isn't wearing dresses, wigs, and makeup. Those are accessories. Femininity is embracing the qualities that separate us from men and viewing them as strengths as opposed to weaknesses. That part, Mona, thank you. I hope you brought your bulletproof vest, even though you don't need it, because I'm calm. I'm calm. We're almost through this. Exactly. A good man. Yes, when I'm referring to men, husbands, yada yada yada, I'm referring to the men, okay? Masculine, providing, teaching, leading. Men of good character. Mona, preach it in the comments. Okay, we're going to keep going shortly. Okay. Fantastic. Great. Awesome. I'm so happy. Trust me, I am glowing inside because the young ladies are here. I'm so happy you all are here. I really am. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's address, ladies, your toxicity. Why are you so mean-spirited? Why are you so selfish? Ladies, again, we're talking about the fact that your mistakes don't define you, but it's what you do once you learn lessons from the mistake that define you. You reap what you sow, you are what you attract. So, ladies, if you pride yourself on being toxic, if you like saying yes, yes, girl, that's a toxic trait in me. I just That's not cute, baby. That is not cute. Because to me, if you are expressing so proudly that that's your toxic trait or you're toxic, that means you're a liability. And so if a man comes to me and say, "Hey Bella, I'm seeing this young woman and yada yada yada, and she said that's her toxic trait or whatever," I'm going to tell him, "You might need to further investigate, sir, because she may be a liability. She may have an issue with submission. She may have an issue with emotional intelligence. She may be a problem." Address your toxicity, ladies. Address why, again, you're so mean spirited. Why must you have an attitude all the time? That causes you to repel good people who could come into your life. I understand you don't have to always walk around cheesing, but it's your countenance, it's your spirit, it's your aura that repels people. Stop being so mean-spirited. You must show yourself, one who has friends must show themselves to be friendly. You want a boyfriend, but you don't show yourself to be friendly. You want a husband, but you are not showing yourself friendly. So your potential husband did not approach you because of your disposition, because of your mean-spirited disposition. Because you wear the "I'm toxic" disposition. Ladies, these are the mistakes you're making, but we're here to address them. I'm going to tell you 3 things, and it's been in the chats while I've been talking, that can help you. I'm going to tell you them now shortly. But let me look through these comments. Yes, it's your energy. Thank you for being here, UFO. I saw a comment from NW. Let me see. Here we go. What you think about a woman that avoids conflict with a man by walking away and ignoring his calls? They're not married and he ignored her feelings. Okay. What do you think about a woman who avoids conflicts with a man by walking away? Of course, there are semantics here, right? But if we're talking about an argument of some sort or disagreement, if you want to maybe calm down first, that's okay. That shows that you're emotionally intelligent, especially if you understand how his temper is. Sometimes it's best for you not to escalate or continue to pry. Maybe it is best for you to step back, and then you guys can reconvene that conversation later when the temperature isn't so high. But to ignore his phone calls, that's a problem in my opinion. Now, if he maybe completely offended you or completely like insulted you, like literally called you out of your name and you didn't deserve it, it was uncalled for, maybe he was just being overly emotional and aggressive with his words, I can understand not talking. However, if this is a man that you want to be with, ladies, hear me. And then I'm going to tell you the 3 things that you need to do that I recommend doing in order to prove that your mistakes don't define you. But I'm going to say this. If you want to be with this man, if you see that there is potential to be with him, again, this does not mean that he's perfect, but he displays the husband characteristics that you like. Don't keep ignoring this man. If he's blowing your phone up, don't keep ignoring him. If you don't want to talk to him, send him a text or something. I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm emotional right now. I need a minute. That's all. Cut out the games. Those are high school games, ignoring people. Okay? That's petty and that's childish. And you two will never be able to get to a resolution if you two don't talk. So if you need to calm down, that's fine. But just to ignore him, don't do that, because then he could be so offended to the point where maybe he's about done with you because you're childish, you're petty. You know what I mean? It's a slippery slope. You don't want to fumble your husband if this is who you want to be by being petty, trying to hurt his feelings. Because I guarantee if you ignore him long enough, he's going to just eventually get so mad that he's just going to eventually just be done with you. Like, he's not going to play those games. Like, I never want to play games with my husband like that because I knew he was not. He was going to be like, we either have this conversation or you're just not going to have me, basically. And if he's ignoring your feelings or isn't regarding your feelings, then that's another conversation. Can he care for you emotionally? Right now, that isn't to say that he has to carry the burden of you being emotional, because women, we're naturally emotional. Okay. We're naturally emotional. So you don't want to burden your man with your emotions all the time, because women's emotions are just up and down all the time. Okay. So not in that capacity, but that's another conversation. Can he care for you emotionally? And also, can you express? And then I'm going to move on to the 3 things, and then we're going to get out of here. Can you express your emotions clearly to him? Can you express the root of your emotions clearly to him? All right. So I'm going to give you guys an example really quickly. This literally just happened a couple days ago. I'm 3 months postpartum. I just had a baby. Okay. He'll be 4 months tomorrow. And so my hormones are up and down. Okay. And so we've got a lot of change going on in our lives and things like that. And I came home and there were some things that were kind of switched around and I wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready for it. And for some reason, I got in my emotions about it because, again, there's a lot of change. And in that moment, I felt emotionally overwhelmed. And so I started getting emotional, the waterworks. And so my husband could tell what was wrong with me. There was something wrong with me, rather. And he's like, what's wrong? And so I started to tell him what's wrong. I told him one sentence and he immediately started asking questions so he could fix it. And it was in a way that, although it was productive, that's not what I needed in that moment from him. I didn't need him to try to fix it. I just needed him to listen to me. I needed him to listen to my emotional laundry list as to why I was feeling some type of way. Okay. To the gentleman, sometimes you're going to need to do that. Sometimes she's just going to want you to listen. She doesn't necessarily need you to fix it. Or maybe she just wants you to listen to why she's so emotional. And then she needs you to fix later. But just listen. Sometimes we just need you just to listen. Sometimes we just need you to listen. That's all. Okay. It's not going to make sense all the time. But just sometimes that's what we need. And so I just needed my husband just to hear me. And I felt like he didn't. And so I later told him, hey, baby, I basically felt unheard and emotionally uncared for. And then we addressed it. But my point is, be able to clearly express how you feel, why you're feeling what you feel. If you can clearly express it, he will respect it, but you have to be able to clearly depict it. for him to understand. Okay. Jordan Watkins. What if you're introverted or socially or have social anxiety? I'm very introverted. In what aspect, Jordan? If you'd like a one-on-one session with me, I'm going to get more into my one-on-one femininity coaching sessions this year as well. So if you're interested, go ahead and shoot me an email or send me a DM on Instagram. Yeah, let me know what you're referring to, Jordan, because I'm not too sure. Sorry, you guys, I haven't been looking at these comments. There's a way to still rock out, even though you may be a little awkward. There, just like there are awkward women, there are awkward men. Own your awkwardness. Seriously, own it. If it's you, if you're awkward, if that's your style, then wear it. Be comfortable in it. Find your style in your awkwardness. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what makes you unique. I am very quiet, and because of that, people assume I have an attitude. Okay. Well, I would love to have a session with you, Jordan. Or I would love to call up. Well, I said you're introvert. You said you're introverted, so you may not call up, but if you call up one day, I would love just to kind of feel your energy. So reach out to me. You say you're quiet, but you said what if? What is the what if? What are you referring to? Like with men approaching you, Jordan, or what? But I would love to see you in my future live streams. Thank you for your donation, Celine. We're gonna get out of here, but I just wanted to go over these really quickly, and I'm gonna go through my 3. Okay, Celine says, "How can you tell a difference between the guy taking it slow and stringing you along?" A very good question. Well, look, if he's taking it slow, he will tell you. Typically, at least this is what I experienced, especially like particularly with my husband. He expressed to me his intended next steps for his life, and he included me in them. So like we had conversations in which how I would be included. Maybe I would come and celebrate with him. Maybe I would come and visit with him. Maybe we were going to, go on a vacation together and make particular plans together. So if he's expressed your presence in his future, he's placing you in the future with him in his future plans, that is a sign that he could be taking it slow, and that he intends for you to be in his future, but he's taking it slow. And then stringing you along, he maybe you've expressed you want a relationship, and maybe he's saying maybe he's not ready yet, or he can see himself in a relationship with you, or he sees himself in a relationship with you. Those are stringing along words. See, that's why you have to pay attention to the words that someone says. There's a difference between I want you in my future and I can see you in my future. If it causes you to do this, then he's probably stringing you along. You're in the dark. He's going to keep you in the dark. I hope that answers your question, Celine. Okay. Very good advice. Okay, I'm going to tell you these 3 things. We're going to go through the comments again, and then we're going to get out of here. 3 recommendations, ladies, on how you can prove that your mistakes don't define you. One, forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Shout out to Hannah Montana. If you know, you know. Shout out to my young millennials and older Gen Z. Because everyone makes mistakes. But forgive yourself. You don't have to continue to beat yourself up. You don't have to continue to wallow in your self-hate and self-pity. You don't have to continue to say that you're dumb, to downgrade your maybe attractiveness level, your intellect, your capabilities, your potential. Forgive yourself. Okay. Second is taking accountability for the mistakes you've made. You have to take accountability for it. And let me say this in reference to marriage and relationship. Baby girl, when you take accountability for your mistakes, that man is going to appreciate you and like you a whole lot more. Because you being able to take accountability shows maturity, shows self-awareness, and shows that you are willing to grow above the current level in which you are currently at. You're willing to gain more wisdom. You should grow wiser with age, not more stubborn, not more difficult to deal with. You know what I mean? You have to take accountability for it. And then self-correct. Don't do it no more. Try your hardest. You turning away from doing those things, you not continuing to make those mistakes show that your mistakes don't define you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I am to blame. I am at fault. But you're not going to fool me again. You know what I mean? What I mean? That's all I have for you guys. I appreciate all of you for being here. NW, I'm sorry for missing some of what you said. I think you said that the gentleman you asked me about in the earlier comment ghosted you. If he ghosted you, this is how I handle being ghosted. Because I have been ghosted. Like I've been ghosted maybe once or twice. That's it. That's it. I don't allow people back into my life who ghost me. That's the boundary. And femininity creates boundaries, creates healthy boundaries. So don't be afraid to create boundaries, even if it's between you and your family members. Yeah, and as Future King says, self-awareness is sexy. Yes, Thomas, you are definitely late because we are about to get out of here. Thank you, Bella. Can't wait for the next live. I'm so happy you're here, honey. And I appreciate your comments. But everybody, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm tired and I want to go hang out with my husband. But I appreciate all of you for being here with me. I owe you guys something. Let me do this. I just want to thank each and every one of you for listening to what I had to say. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am over the moon over the fact that I have had new young ladies, lionesses, future wives in my chat. I am here for you. And I am so happy you found me. And I hope to see more young women like you reaching out to me, saying hello in the chat, because I have a lot in store in my heart that I want to do for you ladies to help you prepare to be a good man's wife, to be the queen to a king. Please be sure to hit the like button on your way out. That is all I have for you for today. The truth has been signed, sealed, and delivered by yours truly. Oh, hold on. Hello, Quiet Storm. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate all of the love and support that you are always giving me. Shout out to you, Quiet Storm. Thank you for being a channel member for 5 months. Put yourself on wife support today, y'all. Great job, Bella. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. The truth has been signed, sealed, and delivered by yours truly. Thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. If you like the content you see, then please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new uploads or when I go live. And if you know of any girls or young women who you think would benefit from this information and these conversations, then please share. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm not engaging in this conversation with you anymore, thank you.
Hey, y'all, come look at this. Feminists, lies.
The chairs, the rug underneath the table. My soul are the dinner plates. My soul is the dinner. My soul is the dessert. My soul is the breakfast, the lunch, the brunch. My soul is the knives, the forks, the spoons. My soul is everything.
The door.